Okay. We've got a good lot of people on here. Welcome, everybody. Oh, and another one. I don't know how to just make sure everyone gets in. Okay. Right, if I keep leaning forward, it's because I keep admitting people in from the waiting room, the virtual waiting room. Okay. I invite you to take some deep cleansing breaths with me. Feel free to either be on screen or not on screen. I'll call you if I need you at any point. Find a comfortable position somewhere in your house, in the space that you're in, but make sure that you have a glass of water, a pen, and a journal, and maybe a blanket or something to keep you nice and cozy. A glass of water is essential because it's part of the ritual.
I've got the water.
So if you don't have one, then go and get one. Everyone's like, what's all this about the glass of water? She must be really worried we're going to get thirsty. If at any time my signal cuts out, then just give me a little wave and I'll see what I can do about that. Okay, so the way that this is going to run is I'm going to start off with a short meditation to ground all of that Aries new moon energy that is coming through. I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm kind of sticky to lots and lots of ideas at the moment, and lots of things are coming, but then nothing's like, it's sticking, but nothing's able to come of it yet. So I'm just journaling with all these new things that are coming through. And I'm sort of throwing it in the air, in the Aries style, throwing it all up to the air and waiting to see what lands when all this is over, really. So yeah, we're going to start with a short grounding meditation, and then we'll move in. I will ask you to write something down after that, and then we're going to move to a gratitude meditation, and then we're going to move on to more of a daydream sort of creation journey. And if you're lucky, we might bring in a bit of the drum as well. So this is new, my new sacred drum. Very excited about it, about owning it. So yeah, we're going to do a drum journey, and then we will close with a water ceremony, and you'll see how that all pieces together by the end. I think the main thing is to just keep an open heart and an open mind. Don't feel like you need to show up. Just let whatever I say and whatever we're doing wash over you, and take what you want and leave what you don't want. Okay, let's get into grounding meditation. So close down your eyes, find a comfortable seat. Maybe you want to move your body around, stretch your arms out, reach up. And start to deepen your breath. Breathing in and allowing the breath to come naturally into the lungs, feeling them rise and fall. Keep breathing like this. And start to direct your breath now down into your belly. And directing it deeper into your root now. On your out breath, imagine that you're extending that breath all the way down through your root, and it starts to go into the ground. I like to visualize this as roots of a tree, starting small, twisting and turning and becoming thicker, stronger, more magnificent, pushing through the fertile soil and through the bedrock and down, down deep into the earth's crystal core. And once you connect with that crystal core, keep breathing. Notice if you feel any particular energy connection. Perhaps a light tingling sensation or a lightness of the body. On your next in-breath, draw up that energy and fill your body with pure earth energy. Blessings from Pachamama to you in this moment. She is here for you. You are here for her. And today she will guide us through this new moon meditation. Whilst feeling this connection, think of an intention you would like to set for today's circle. It could be an intention for yourself, for somebody else, or for the planet. Just take a moment to think about that and visualize it. Now release your intention and direct it on your next out breath through your roots and down into the ground, down into Mother Earth. And allow her to do whatever she needs to do with it. Take a deep breath in. Again, drawing up energy from the earth. This time, start to visualize a color or a frequency and allow this color, this light energy to start to fill your body. From your root to your crown, you become luminescent in colorful light, textural light. Your body may start to feel different as we travel now from the 3D to the 4D, where we are held by our guides, angels, and compassionate spirits that have our highest and greatest good at heart. I call upon the spirit of the eagle to give us clear sight during this meditation. I call upon the air spirits to hold us, to guide us in this moment. And I call upon Pachamama to send her loving, nurturing energy through our bodies and out of our crown, keeping us grounded and in a high vibrational frequency of love and joy. Increase your colored light now as it starts to penetrate your skin. It's starting to come out of your body, and this light starts to fill the room where you are. And once it fills the room, it extends even further and fills the whole place, the structure, the four walls of the house or flat or wherever you may be. Cultivating that sense of heldness that the earth has got us at all times. Let's increase that light even more, coming out of the four walls, out onto the streets where we live. And now you may want to almost zoom out here. So calling on the spirit of the hawk to give us the clear sight and the overview of us and of our planet. Start to increase your light across the town or the village where you are, and increase it even more until you can see your light covering the whole globe. Stay in this visualization. Breathe. Know that you are grounded at all times. Your roots are strong. You're connected to the earth. As humans, we all come with our unique gifts. Sometimes it's hard to tap into them. Sometimes we don't know where they're hiding. But when we meditate like this and we lift ourselves above the fear and above everything that's going on at the moment, it's easier to connect to our true selves, to our authenticity. Now I ask you to bring forward information that is true to you in this moment. What will serve your highest good moving forwards? And whatever the first thing you thought of, hold that in your mind. In this moment, I'm called to ask you to think of 5 pieces of gratitude from the heart, 5 pieces of information, things that you are grateful for, still connecting to this light, and notice what comes up for you. Some things may seem misty or foggy. Stay here. Let it come. Breathe into it. Now, don't worry if those pieces of information haven't come to you yet. So we're going to start calling everything back to our bodies and then write down, have a moment of channeled writing. So going back to our globe, visualizing we're above and we're looking down. And we're feeling all of that gratitude and all of that love for what we have. Now start to decrease your light, and it's as if it's sort of receding and coming back. You're calling it back into your town, your village, the road where you live, the 4 walls of your space, your house, your flat. And eventually coming back into the room that you're in now, and direct this light into a ball in the center of your chest. Direct it into your heart space. Breathe into it. Reconnect with your roots. And take a moment now to wiggle your fingers and come back into your body. And get your journal and your pen. And start to write down, first of all, your intention that you set at the beginning. And then your 5 pieces of gratitude. When you've finished, no rush. Take another minute now. But when you've finished, I'd like you to take your glass of water in front of you. Check, see where people are at. Yeah. Okay, so when you're ready, take your glass of water and your intention and your gratitude list, and I'd like you to whisper aloud. I can't hear you. No one can hear you. Whisper those things into your water. So what we're going to do, we're charging this glass of water with our intention and with our gratitude. And at the end, we will do a ceremony where we drink that water. So just whisper all those gratitudes into your water. Before we move on to the next meditation, this is a page I just flicked to before coming on the call with you lovely ladies. And I think it's quite poignant at this moment. So if you feel, you may repeat after me and also add this to your water as well. Take away the shadows I no longer need. Transform their illusions into light. I release myself from the actions, choices, and blame that keep me down in my history, chained to what has been. I bless the past, letting go of the guilt, pain, and the sadness. I step forward into life fresh and cleansed, with wisdom and experience as my guide. Had a massive wave of emotion. It's a really, really powerful prayer. Thank you so much for joining me in that prayer. I could really, really feel your energy. Everybody on this call really, really wants the same thing right now. Thank you for being with me. Okay, let's move on. So once again, find your perfect, most comfortable meditation spot. And we're going to go drop in again. So start by focusing on your breath, directing it into your lungs, filling up your beautiful lungs. Allowing your breath to recharge, rejuvenate. Now fill up your beautiful belly. Let it rise and fall. The ebb and flow of a tide. And again, breathing into the root. And this time we go deep down through our root and into the roots that we have laid earlier today. So they're there, they're strong, we're grounded, we're connected. From your roots, I want you to start to imagine that other trees are growing around you, a circle of whatever trees you can imagine. This protective circle. These trees symbolize newness, rebirth, growth, medicine, strength, and hope, nourishment, shelter. You are stood in the middle of this circle of trees. Now I invite you to call in your higher self to stand in front of you. As your higher self stands in front of you, you ask the question, how am I to dream a new reality? How am I to create my utopia here on earth? I'm going to take you into a short drum journey now that allow yourself to have this conversation with your higher self, to move around this sacred circle. And I will call you back with a fast drum beat. Take a deep breath, ground yourself, and begin your communication. your feet on the ground, laying your roots down into the ground. As the trees fade away, you start to come back your body. Take a few deep breaths. And once again, take your journal and write down this information that you've received from your higher self, your dream of a new world, your dream of your personal utopia. What does that look like? How does it feel? I can feel all those beautiful dreams coming through the the digital airways. Some powerful women on the end of this call, that's for sure. And once you've written down your dream world, your version of your utopia, then I'd like you to once again take your glass of water and charge it with those words that you've just written. So again, take your time, no rush here, just as and when. And whisper your daydreams, your ideas, your hopes, your visions. I think we may have lost one of our people, Liz. Is everyone still with me? Put a thumbs up if you're still with me. Yeah? Okay, cool. Let me just see if Liz is still here. Hopefully she is. Oh, she just got disconnected. Good. Okay. So she's back. So yeah, once we've done put all of those ideas into our water, it's time to drink from our sacred cup, from the waters of our heart, from the waters of our soul. In ceremony, together, let's drink a few sips of what we hope for, what we wish for. Cheers. Notice as the water starts to seep down your neck and your throat into your chest and into your stomach. Just really be present with that feeling, that knowing that we have all that in us. It came out of us and it can also come back in us. It can strengthen us. It can diffuse all of this other stuff that's going around and maybe taking us away from our path that we are naturally drawn to. And just breathe into that. Notice what feelings are arising now, that those intentions and those wishes and goals are inside you. Again, take out your journal if anything comes up now. If not, don't worry. So I pulled a few cards before we came on with my Earth Warrior set. Some of you who already know me know that I use these cards all the time. So we got a lion. This is Ingonyama, honor the ancient king. The white buffalo woman, for anyone that knows me, I'm working with this archetype currently, and she's very present with me in my meditations, and I wasn't surprised that I pulled her for the collective today. So her wisdom is hopeful heart, see her sign. And then Alakoa, spirit of the warrior. So all these together felt very poignant. The lion just made me feel like I was in the presence of this amazing feminine feline power, which is currently rising on the planet at the moment. And it's calling me to stay in my sovereignty and to call upon my other like lion pack, my female lion pack, to help me navigate this time. And then our white buffalo woman, giving hope and giving healing. So she comes with 7 rites of passage. One is the sweat lodge, this is in the shamanic traditions. The other one is a peace pipe, and then another one is a ceremony where a young girl throws a ball into the 4 directions. And so another one's a vision quest. I can't quite remember the rest of them, but it's basically initiations for growth and for rebirth, which I think is what we're really going through at this time at the moment. And so it's important that we see these different challenges that come up in our lives as little initiations. Nothing is when it's all together, it feels like too much. I get it. It is really hard sometimes to stand up and push forwards. But if we see these things as small initiations that we can step away from, using that perspective of the eagle and the hawk looking down, what is it that we can take from this moment in order to better ourselves? It's like the yin and the yang. With something good comes something bad, and there's a little bit of bad in that little bit of good as well. So taking that sort of step back perspective will help. And she's just all around amazing to connect to in times like these. And this one, Alakoa, spirit of the warrior, well, that says it all. We are all warrior women. We've all come together in circle today to fight our own battles, to push forward with what we want for our new world, what we want to birth in our life. And as women together, we are better than alone. So I hope you don't mind that I put people into an email together. My technology brain wasn't firing, and I couldn't seem to work out how to do it through the Acuity system. So, but there's an online wolf pack there for any of you that need it. And if you enjoyed this meditation, I call you to join me via my Patreon, which is set up, and I'll send you all a link to that. But I have a tier which is £4 a month, and I've decided to do one of these either on the new moon or the full moon every month, for whoever wants to join. So it would be £4 a month for this, plus videos, sacred symbol artwork, a monthly name blessing for everybody who's involved. So just have a think about that and see if it's something you're interested in. Also, I'm going to be starting to do an online circle for empaths, which I am an empath and an HSPC, I was going to say, HSBC? No, that's a bank. Empath and highly sensitive person, and I experience the world in a very raw and very real way. And just because you've all shown up on this call today, I'm guessing that you are probably of a similar kind of cut from the same cloth, should I say. So that, again, I will send you information for all that as well. So let's just take a few more deep breaths together, and then I'm going to unmute everybody one by one. And please just, if you're not interested in saying anything, please just put your hands in prayer and give thanks for this online circle. Otherwise, I will go ahead and call a name, and then I will unmute that person as just after I've called the name. So you can share a word or a sentence or something that you've gained from this journey, whatever you feel called to. And again, if you don't feel called to say anything, just please place your hands in prayer. I'm going to unmute Anna is there at the top. Hi, Anna.
It's Tanya, actually, but I'm using my mom's Zoom.
Okay. I can't see Anna right now.
Can you hear me?
Hi, Anna. Are you there? I think trying to unmute you right now.
Can you hear me?
Can't seem to hear you. Okay, I'm gonna move on and see if we can. I've got Coconut. I'm unmuting Coconut. Unmute. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna unmute everyone now and see what happens. Hello? Can anyone hear?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm not getting
Hi.
anything coming through, which is really weird.
If you go to the left bottom corner, there's a mute thing. Maybe press that.
Ah, that was it. No, I just have my headphones plugged in.
There you go.
Yeah, it was doing something weird with the headphones. Okay, everyone's unmute. I'm just going to call out names. Love technology. It's so weird speaking to yourself for so long. Thank God you're all here. Okay, Danielle.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, thank you. I was called to just get on with it. Let's get this done. Just get it done. Get on with it.
Beautiful.
That's what I kept feeling.
That's you're really called to step up, right?
Yeah, really called, and just want everyone to just do what they're told and get on with it and just let's get it over with.
Yeah, I hear you. Thank you.
And that goes from
Oh, go on, carry on.
no, that goes for me too. Like you say, I've been procrastinating for so long. Now it's time to just do it.
Yeah, and well done for your YouTube channel that I've just seen today.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Danielle. Thank you for joining.
No worries. Thank you.
Louise. Hello.
Oh, I'm just thankful that things are sort of moving forward somehow, and just hopefully everything's going to work out for the best, really, at the moment.
Yeah, it's that ultimate trusting, isn't it? We can waver from not trusting to trusting and then
Yeah,
back again.
yeah, yeah. That's it. But it was really lovely. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Nikki.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm quite like Danielle actually. So I've been sort of afraid and holding back, and I'm really called to serve and move forward, and that kind of got transmuted into excitement. So hopefully I can keep that and yeah, and do what I need to do.
Good. That's beautiful. It's
Thank
just
you.
yeah, it's kind of just all this like amazing female energy of like everyone wanting to step up. I find it quite emotional right now.
Oh,
Oh, thank you, Nikki.
thanks.
Priya,
Hello.
how are you?
I have a cold all of a sudden. It's not the virus, don't worry. So I have a lot more mirrors to face and still a lot more release to go. Oh, my lights come on. Yeah, that's what I have at the moment. There's still more mirrors. There's lots of mirroring going on, but there are many more left to face.
And do you feel resourced at this time?
How do you mean?
Do you feel able to look into those mirrors?
Oh yeah, they're like, yeah, they're like everywhere. I'm starting to react less to them.
That's
More.
big stuff. Big
Yeah.
spiritual awakening. Like can't get out of it. Can't go over.
Yeah.
Can't go under
Like,
it. Can't go around.
Yeah. It's like yeah, you and me, I'm you, and yeah, it's kind of like that at the moment. Ugly truths a lot.
Hopefully this will give you time to be able to actually look into them properly, as opposed to like we've all got time to look into ourselves now without our lives.
Oh yeah,
No.
I'm daily doing that anyway. Like
Yeah,
all
that's
the
how it
time.
feels.
Yeah.
We've got time to do what we need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, both of you.
Sorry.
Thank you. Coconut. This is the. Yeah. Where are you?
Can you see me?
No,
That's very strange.
I can't see you. Oh yeah. There you are. Hey.
Yeah, well, thank you. Don't really know what to share. It was very healing. This little conversation.
That's what it's there for.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks.
Thank you. And Joanna.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
See you again.
And you. Hi, Emma. So first of all, I really enjoyed it. When you were asking us to visualize the trees rooting around us in a circle, I found that so powerful. And so my higher self as me, as a physical form, staring down at me, like walking back and forth, and she was kind of shouting, saying, "You're not feeding her, you're not feeding her, you need to feed her." So I feel like I need to feed, not me anymore, like others, like the world, you know.
Oh wow.
I know. So, and then I thought, like, I was sat in the garden today, and I thought, I'm not doing that. I'm not feeding the garden. So that was really good.
That's a real like call from nature, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. Have
So,
you
yeah, thank
heard
you.
of the meditation called Feeding the Demon?
No.
I can't remember which exact Buddhist tradition it's from, but if you research Feeding the Demon, that might bring up some interesting things. There might be a crossover with what you're talking about.
Yeah. So thank you. I realise you can't see me either because
You're in the dark. I mean, it's almost dark here as well. So there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you. Anna.
Oh, hey, it's Tanya. I'm just using my
Oh, okay. Hey, Tanya.
It was already downloaded, so it's saved
Yeah,
me.
it was. I'm good. Good to hear from you.
Yeah.
You're in Canada, right?
Yeah, I'm in Toronto. I came home during this craziness. No, that was really good. I've been feeling a real, I don't know, just I feel like my like spirit is in two at the moment, and I've been having a real hard time being centered.
Mm-hmm.
And it really helped just bring the both parts of me, which feel like it's like a bit of a push pull internally, and it brought them back together for the first time. I was like I really couldn't do it on my own. I was really struggling. So it was my intention before I like came and did this to use this as a way to try and bridge that gap. And actually, even though it was like a subconscious intention, not one of the ones I wrote down, but it really did a lot to ground me and center me a bit. Although now I'm out of it, I feel like there's this like raging battle being pulled two ways in my chest or my abdomen. But at least, it feels like it was a bit of a step forward past whatever internally was blocking me and putting up this wall from getting to a place where I can realign. So it was really nice to just sit in that space and have you guide me through that.
Well, thank
Not
you for
make it
showing up.
possible, like just be centered again. So thank.
Thank you. You just cut off a little bit at the end there.
Oh, I said thank you.
Thank you. I have a grounding meditation that I can send you after this. I don't know if I've sent it to you before, but that helps to just root, get down.
I would love that. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, who we got? Louise?
Oh, I did.
You've been? Oh yes, you you have. M-E. Who's it? M-E. Stir. No, I can't see you, so you may be doing this. Is that everybody? I think Anna, Danielle, Joanna, Louise, Coconut, Liz, Priya, Nikki. Yeah, I think that's everyone. Oh, privately. Wow, I'm a bit confused. Okay, well,
Emma, we haven't heard from Liz.
where is Liz?
She's
Oh, Liz.
Hi. Thanks, Jo.
I don't know what's happened with your I didn't mean to kick you out.
No, I don't think it was you. I think it's my thing because it happened to me last night as well. So there's something going on there that's cutting me off. I'm putting it down to all the power that's been generated.
Yeah, that Shakti energy just messes things up.
Yeah, so really love that. So I got cut out for the second one, but the second meditation, but in the first meditation I had this like awesome crown, like this, it was like I was wearing a crown, and this feeling at the front of my head, like this heavy, like this huge tiara kind of thing, but it felt wooden. And then like this feeling come over me, and it was almost like a cape. And then I was holding my selenite and amethyst. So I felt like a sovereign, you know. I was just like there, and I was like, oh my God, like I feel like a queen.
Oh yes, I can see you all like luminescent and shiny. Wow.
So and my intention was to receive. So
beautiful. We can all do with a bit of that, right? We're all very good at putting things out and not receiving ourselves.
Yeah. So thank you so much.
No, thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who's joined today. I have recorded this, so I will send the recording to everybody. And then I'll just close with a few things that I wrote down just before we came on this call when I did a meditation. So I'm feeling that you can now be more authentically you than ever before. It's like this, now all of these structures outside are crumbling. It's allowing us to not have to like live up to anything. So it's like these expectations on us have also fallen away. So now is the time to like do that thing that maybe you were embarrassed about doing, and or send that message that you didn't feel was like really you speaking. It is you. It is you. And you can be totally you right now in this moment. And then if you feel pulled in different directions, I'm finding it hard to choose one path, which I've heard from everyone speaking today. This is kind of like this collective energy of everyone is feeling these like polar opposites. And it sounds super simple, but just come back to your breath. Take 2 minutes, breathe into your root. Remember that it all starts from here, and here is center. It's now a time to also let go of some of the responsibilities that are not really our responsibilities. So obviously there are some that are very important that we need to step up to, but there are some that maybe we've created to make us feel like we are needed or are worthy. I know I create lots of my own like fake responsibilities to get me out of bed in the morning. And I think it's time to maybe kick them to the curb. I don't need to have all of these creative responsibilities, let's call them. Find your people and co-create a new reality with them. This is very, very present at the moment. I know it's kind of crazy online, and lots of people are promoting things and saying, join my this, join my that. Just don't feel forced to do anything at the moment. Take your time, think about it, move towards what you're called to. And if you don't like it, leave it. Don't feel guilty. Aries being the air sign, it's bringing forth all of these airy feelings, and it's kind of making us feel a little bit ungrounded. So again, when you're in meditation, maybe think about this, what is it, the circle of trees that came around you. I feel they're really, really protective for us. This is something that just channeled through in the moment. So I think it's specific for the people on this call now. And then finally, don't fill your days with things. I know we've got all this time now, and to keep our mind away from everything else that's going on, it's easy to go really into our masculine and get busy and fill and do and create. It's also okay to rest and take stock, journal, ask yourself questions. Okay, so I've gone a little bit over time, thought I would, but it's not too bad. I hope you've all taken something from this, and I hope to see you again soon. Sending lots of love and new moon blessings. Drink all of your water, bathe in it.
Thanks, Emma.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Yes, everyone. Good luck.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.